So welcome to Let's Talk About, a new series on my channel and something different from my other content. Basically, in short, a series where I'm going to be talking about my experiences from games that I've played and my thoughts after playing them. And the very first game for this series will be The Last of Us. One of my all-time favorite games. I've played my fair share of both of them, though I'll only be talking about the first one. And besides, with the HBO show of the first game coming out soon, it seemed like a good time to make this video. So let's start off with what The Last of Us actually is. So this video has been taking me quite a bit to make since I started working on it even before the remastered and PC versions were announced, so please keep that in mind.
How is it that you're never scared?
Who says that I'm not?
What are you scared of?
Being by myself? I'm scared of ending up alone.
I need something smuggled out of the city.
Jesus Christ.
It's just cargo, Joel.
Do I need to remind you what is out there?
Once upon a time, I had somebody that I cared about. And in this world, that sort of shit's good for one thing. Get you killed.
What are you so afraid of? I can take care of myself.
How many close calls have we had?
You make every shot count.
I got this.
We're shitty people, Joel. It's been that way for a long time.
No, we are survivors.
This is our chance.
It is over, Tess!
You ain't gonna make it.
After all we've been through, everything that I've done, it can't be for nothing.
The Last of Us is a post-apocalyptic adventure game, published on PlayStation and first released in 2013, and it quickly became one of the best-selling video games ever, having sold over 1.3 million units just in 1 week. The game has won multiple Game of the Year awards from publishers to individual critics. That's just some details, but I hope it gives you an insight to how great this game is. In The Last of Us Part 1, you play as a middle-aged man named Joel, a smuggler tasked with escorting a teenage girl by the name of Ellie across the post-apocalyptic USA. But before any of that happens, we first get to take a look at the day on which it all began, the day of the outbreak, where a virus has broken out, turning people into bloodthirsty killers. For the first bit of this chapter, you play as Sarah, Joel's daughter. The word about the infection spreading amongst people has just gotten out, so Joel and his brother Tommy decide to escape the town, but end up getting T-boned by another car, leading them to take another way out of town, where they get holed up by a soldier not allowed to let them through and being forced to shoot. Next we know it's quite a few years later, and Joel and his new lady friend Tess meet up with a friend of theirs named Marlene, who introduces them to the previously mentioned teenage girl Ellie. They are sent on their way for the escort mission and have to flee the city, which is under authority of the Fedra, the last remnants of the government. During their escape they have to pass through a building filled with the infected who with time have evolved into more advanced forms called Clicker. They end up getting caught and held up by Fedra officers.
Don't do anything stupid.
Move.
Turn around, on your knees. You scan him, I'll call it in.
All right. Put your hands on your head.
This is Ramirez at Sector 12, requesting pickup for 3 stragglers. Understood.
Look the other way. Way to make this worth your while.
Shut up. Tired of shit.
Mm-hmm.
What's the ETA?
Couple minutes.
Oh, fuck! I thought we were just gonna hold him up or something.
Oh, shit. Look.
Jesus Christ. Marlene set us up? Why the hell are we smuggling an infected girl?
I'm not infected.
No? Was this lying?
I can explain.
You better explain fast.
Look at this.
I don't care how you got infected.
It's 3 weeks old.
No, everyone turns within 2 days, so you stop bullshitting.
It's 3 weeks. I swear. Why would she set you up?
I ain't buying it. Oh, shit. Tess, run. Run!
Go! Go! Move!
That correctly. As cliché as it is, Ellie turns out to be immune to the infection. Now, this is when I first got really invested in this game, and I do wish I could experience this moment for the first time again. The at the time young me, who didn't know anything about this game, was sort of shocked by this and wanted to keep on playing. Keep on playing to complete the journey of getting Ellie to the Fireflies. Soon into playing, I encountered my first major roadblock, Big Guy. Or more commonly known as the bloat. I remember taking so long to figure out how to kill it, though after a bit I learned that a Molotov cocktail and a few shotgun blasts to the face would do the trick. Though I'm not surprised that it took so long to kill it, after all my resource management was terrible. This brings me to the next part, resources. Things such as ammo and healing supplies are scarce in this reality, and when I first started playing I hadn't a clue of this. I was shooting as much as someone within the Gav in CSGO, throwing explosives at random infected just minding their business like I was a hammer thrower at the Olympics. I was just playing terrible at it. Luckily I managed to improve a lot, and all of this because of one simple thing. Bricks. I became the brick master, bashing in bozo heads left and right. Of course my aim and such also improved quite a bit, but honestly it was mostly my extreme usage of bricks and also bottles. Next I want to talk about one of my favorite chapters, one that I found really fun but also really sad. Starting off in Pittsburgh, whilst trying to avoid a group of hunters who are hostile survivors that will kill anything or anyone that enters their territory, Joel and Ellie get caught but manage to escape them. During their escape they meet a pair of brothers, Sam and Henry, who are also trying to avoid the group of hunters and make it out of the city. Henry, the older of the two brothers, tells them about a route out of the city. They decide to work together, though when confronted by the hunters, Sam and Henry abandon Joel and Ellie. As they leave the city, the hunters continue to pursue them, chasing them to the edge of a bridge and causing them to jump off. While in the water, Joel hits his head and is knocked out cold. When he wakes up on a nearby beach, they are reunited with Sam and Henry. Joel, being quite logically pissed as hell, shoves Sam down to the ground, pointing a gun at him and threatening to shoot him. After Ellie explains to Joel that they saved them, Joel somewhat cools down and puts his gun away. They then continue their journey to the hideout Sam told them about. Soon they find an entrance to a sewer and navigate through it to reach a suburban neighborhood. Up in the suburbs they are attacked by another group of hunters, including a sniper. Joel manages to take them out, but the noise from the fight attracts hordes of the infected, causing their group to flee from the suburbs. Once they've reached the radio tower, they spend the night indoors. When the night eventually passes, the group wakes up to something horrifying.
Damn, that smells good.
Good morning.
Where's Sam?
I let him sleep in for once.
Oh.
Well, if you want him to join us, you can go wake his ass up.
Okay. Sam? Sam!
What the hell? Shit, he's turning! That's my fucking brother! Screw it!
Shit!
Chloe? Are you alright?
Oh my god.
Sam?
Oh no.
Sam? Henry? Henry, stay there. Henry?
What have you done?
I'm gonna get that gun from you, okay? Oh, okay, easy.
It's your fault.
This is nobody's fault, Henry.
It's all your fault.
Henry! Henry, no!
This is one of the sadder moments in The Last of Us. At the time, I honestly hoped that Sam and Henry would be there for the rest of the journey. Sadly, Joel and Ellie end up alone once again. Now, another thing that got me loving this game, but also sort of shocked me, was how realistic the air quote zombie apocalypse is. Not only is it based on something called the zombie fungus. If you look up the name of the fungus, cordyceps, you'll be met with the killer fungi taking over the bodies of ants and other bugs and insects.
These bullet ants are showing some worrying symptoms. Spores from a parasitic fungus called cordyceps have infiltrated their bodies and their minds. Its infected brain directs this ant upwards. Then, utterly disorientated, it grips a stem with its mandibles. Those afflicted that are discovered by the workers are quickly taken away and dumped far away from the colony. It seems extreme, but this is the reason why. Like something out of science fiction, the fruiting body of the cordyceps erupts from the ant's head, and when finished, the deadly spores will burst from its tip. Then, any ant in the vicinity will be in serious risk of death.
It was something that fascinated me, like in a way that I am also fascinated by what might be lurking in the depths of the ocean, or by various other mysteries. It always had me wondering as to how this could happen and if there were perhaps more variants of infected than were shown in the games. Well, those suspicions came true when I played the second game, but I'll maybe talk about that another time. So this is gonna be it for this time. I hope you enjoyed watching, and if you have any feedback on me making this type of video, please leave it down in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one.